Welcome to my channel. My name is London and today we are going to be getting into the Mcgrath Ecstasy kit. Now, I have recently became super obsessed with Mcgrath, so when I saw this limited edition kit that is exclusive of Sephora, I was like, I need this in my life. I also picked up another one of the Mcgrath mini Mattrance trios, the one in the brown version. I did do a video, like a lip swatch video of the mini lip, what are they called? All right, I still have the packaging because I'm not sure what to do with these like little glitter ones. Mini Lush glosses in the warm and the cool, and I did the red version of the lipstick. I'll have that video linked in the card, but I did want to try on more of the neutral lipstick in the Mattrance trio alongside with this kit. From the pictures that I see online from this kit is that this palette is a little bit more neutral, which is not really down my alley, but I mean, something that's this big from Mcgrath that's $50, or technically it's $48, but once you pay for tax and everything, it's about $50. So considering this from Mcgrath, I'm pretty happy about. Even the regular palettes that they have that are 6 pans are $55. So having a mini mascara, the Fetish Eyes mascara, a pigment, and a 6-pan eyeshadow from Mcgrath, I was like, this seems a little bit too good to be true. So I've been avoiding cutting this open because I literally have these stupid glitter bits freaking everywhere. I don't know how to get rid of them, but like I want to put them in something and like, I don't know, treasure them. So I've been like collecting the like packages. Don't judge me. All right, let's get into this. See, like you take it out of the package and like the glitter just sticks to it. It sticks to your fingers. Like I understand, like, yeah, it's cool. Oh my God, I just dropped it back in the bag. Oh my gosh, get out. All right. But like I was saying, I understand that it's like cool, interesting, no one's really done it before, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm kind of over this after spending so much money getting all of this stuff. But like, y'all, look at, once I took all that out, look at how much glitter is in here. I don't want to get rid of this. Like, my struggles of my life. All right, so there's a little card in here that says Mcgrath Labs Ecstasy Kit. Provoke mind-altering creativity with 6 sensuous shades that glide across the lids with smooth hints of color and hallucinatory jolt of pleasure. Okay. I hope so. I hope I have joints of pleasure with this. So let me compare. I grabbed a few mascaras that I feel like people would be familiar with. So I have the ColourPop BFF mascara, the YSL, the Shock mascara in the blue color, and I have the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir, I can't read, Major Volume mascara. So these are all full-size mascaras, and then the Mcgrath Fetish Eyes mascara is super tiny. Now I'd imagine that the full size is around the same size of these, which are all pretty much, I don't know how to show you this without like dropping them all. Okay, so they're relatively flat, but like they're all pretty much the same size. But the full size of this Fetish Eyes mascara is $28. So, I mean, if you put that as like half for a mini, because typically if Sephora has a mini size of anything, it's typically around half the price. I mean, like $12, $14 for the mascara. I'm really interested in trying the mascara out because they keep promoting this like 70s like clumpy mascara vibe, and I'm like living for it. Whew. So now let's get into the regular 6-pan eyeshadow palette. So this is the Mothership Subversive. I can't say it and read it at the same time. If anyone that has dyslexia, you might understand what I'm talking about, where you sound words out weird, but you have to remember it the way people say it to you. If you don't have dyslexia or hearing loss, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. But that's kind of like, I can't look at it and say it at the same time. But it's the Lavian Rose palette. This is a $55 eyeshadow palette. It does come with pretty extensive packaging. It has a really nice mirror in it that you can see. I do really love this mirror. It doesn't get dirty, and as you can see, there's not a ton of fallout, but I typically don't get fallout with my eyeshadow palette. So now let's get into this palette. Now you can see, oh my gosh! I really hope I caught that on camera. I literally went to slide the package open and the freaking glitter bits are falling out of it. Is there any more? Oh geez, there is more in there. I'm not sure if you're gonna see it or not. Ugh, let's do a size comparison. So this is a regular 6-pan palette. Here is this palette. So obviously this is probably not gonna be valued at $55. This I can imagine being valued at $55. So now let's look at the shadows. Oh man, these are tiny. These are very tiny. So this is the regular. How am I gonna show you this with all this funky packaging that they have? So these are the regular pans, and then this is the palette in the kit. You can see there's quite a difference there. Oh, okay. This is a kit that's valued at $78. I'm trying to justify their value because this is a teeny little palette. Like, it's cute, but like it's tiny. So we got into the mascara, we got into the eyeshadow palette. The last thing is an eye pigment. Angel Dust Crystalline Prismatic Pigment, and it's 1 gram of product. It looks quite interesting in the packaging, I will say that. Also, another thing is Pat McGrath doesn't have a lot of other pigments, so I don't really know how they would value this. But for me, I'm personally looking at it as like a bonus item, because like if you would put like a normal 6-pan eyeshadow palette, $55, mascara, use it as a mini, that's like $14, and the kit is valued at $78. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna dump a little bit of this pigment out into the pan. It does have a little sifter in there. It looks more like a glitter than a pigment. Well, now that I blend it in, I don't really know what I think about that. I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see that. It's a very fine glitter. It kind of reminds me of if you mix the two Anastasia loose highlighters, the So Hollywood and Snowflake. If you mix these two together, it comes out as a color pretty similar to this, where it's like bronzy, a little pink, but it's mostly pretty light. And it seems like you either have to really buff it in or use it wet. Doesn't really seem like it sticks very well to my hands. I would treat it more like a glitter, but I'm pretty excited to get into everything now. As you could probably already tell, I already did my face and my eyebrows and everything, so I'm just gonna zoom you guys right on in. We're gonna do my eyes. Alright, first off, let's get rid of these creases. Now, honestly, I don't really think I'm ever gonna keep this packaging. They are numbered and explained with the ingredients on this, So I'm just gonna go by the numbers instead of the names, because it's like Liquid Sun, Amnesia, Listen, Dark Matter. I don't know. They're just names like Pat McGrath eyeshadow, so I'm just gonna refer to the numbers, and they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First off, I'm gonna start off with my brow bone. I'm gonna try and use all of the colors. That's typically what I try to do when I have a new palette that's not the size of the James Charles palette. That would be really hard. But I'm gonna take number 1, which is more of that like champagne color right there. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on my brow bone. And I primed my eyes like I normally do when I use Pat McGrath stuff. This would look really pretty with so many different tones of blonde hair colors. Wow. Now I'm gonna take number 2, which is the one right next to that first one. It's this like chocolate brown shade, and I think I want to really smoke this out. So I'm just gonna take a little bit, put it, oh, it's like a reddy brown. Oh, okay. I am liking this more. Wow, this would look so pretty with this just like buffed out and this highlighted all over your eye. Oh wow. Okay, I'm a little bit more impressed with the neutrals. Now, I already know that Pat McGrath has really good eyeshadows because I have 2 of the palettes already. I'll put those videos in the cards there. I already know that they have pretty good eyeshadows judging from those 2 palettes, but what I'm trying to figure out is this really worth $48? So far, I'm betting on a yes, but wait till the end. Really smoking this out. That shade is so gorgeous. I don't even know if you can tell how gorgeous this actually is. I take another smaller brush and that same number 2 shade, and I really want to take it just a bit under my eyes. Oh, that line there. I'm gonna go a little grungy with this. Alright, I'm liking how this is a bit on the grungy side. I'm thinking I want to take this gold shade on the center of the lid. Yeah, I'm gonna take the gold shade on my eyelid. So number 3. See. Whoa, this is not wet, first off. This is so pretty. I'm like hardly touching my eye. Oh my gosh. That gold shade is stunning. It's such a, like, it's gold, but it also has like hints of copper in there, but you can't really tell that from it in the pan, but on your eyes, girl. All right, I'm gonna take this kind of rosy gold looking shade, which is number 5. I think I want to take this on my inner corner here. On the eyes, it's very similar to that matte shade, just as a metallic version. Okay, I like it. I don't know, I think it blends in really well. I think this is a really good shade to add into the color story. So you could go more pink or more gold with this. I'm gonna take an angled brush and the black shade, or number 4. I pick up just a teeny bit and I'm gonna take it under my lash line. I want to do something a little bit different today. I really like the black shades from Pat McGrath because I feel like they are not like so black that it just ruins everything. I think that they're really good to like layer into eyeshadows and make them just a deeper shade, but you can also use it as a black, which is why I like the black from Pat McGrath. Now I want to take another little blending brush. I'm going to take that last shade, number 6, and I'm going to try and focus this on my outer corner here, right above the black. Kind of give it a little bit more plum. These These shades are no joke. Like, you think it's gonna take a lot of effort to do it, but you really don't need that much. I'm gonna go back in with that first shade that we put in our crease, that number 2. And I'm just gonna go right over everything, bring back more of that warmth from that shade. And I think I'm gonna take that same angled brush and going back with that purple shade, and I just want to intensify it a little bit more where that purple, or not purple, where the black is. And then I'm gonna take that first shade, number 1, and I'm gonna highlight my inner corner. All right, now let's jump into the pigment. Now that we've finished all of the eyeshadow, I'm just gonna dump out a little bit into the cap, and I think I want to take it with a smaller shading brush. So what I'm doing is getting it onto the actual brush, and I'm gonna spray it with just a little bit of water, and I'm gonna put it in my inner corner first. Wow. I put a little bit on the center of the lid. Whoa, that took it day to night really fast. I'm gonna not re-wet the brush. I'm gonna put a little bit. Yeah, I like how when you wet it, you have a little bit more control over where it's exactly going. Getting a little fallout from this. I can't get over actually how pretty this looks. Like, it almost gives it a wet look to your eyes. I kind of want to put this on my face. So I'm gonna take a fluffier brush. I'm gonna keep you guys zoomed in. I'm gonna take the shade number 1. A little worried this might be a little too dark for me. A pretty bronzy glow. Now I'm just gonna dump out a little bit more of that pigment with that same eyeshadow brush. Oh man. I think I need to spray it a little bit more. Oh yeah. There we go. Hello. Whoa. Okay. Do you see this? Before, after. All right, let's get into the mascara. So, loving the eyes, loving the pigment. Now let's see if the mascara can top it all off or destroy it. Let's get into the brush. Okay. Not what I was expecting the brush to look like. It's literally like a cylinder. Let's try this out, shall we? First off, it's adding a lot of volume to my lash line. It is separating my lashes pretty freaking well. I'm actually quite impressed by that. What do you guys think? I know I got mascara over there, but there's never a day where I don't get mascara on my eyes somewhere. Oh. Let me do the other side. It's not stabbing me at all. I'm pretty comfortable using this. Oh, it's a little funky under the eyes. So under my eyes, I did hit my lash line a lot with the brush, but I'm gonna let this sit for a couple of minutes and then I'll fix the mascara and I will reapply and do one more layer because I want to see how it layers up with the mascara kind of dried. But let me zoom you guys out in the meantime, and I want to talk about this eyeshadow palette. I am honestly pretty impressed with this palette. I didn't think that I would be so impressed with neutral shades, but I like how it can go so many different ways, that it's not just like a ton of different shades of brown. Like, you can clearly see the different shades on my eyelids, and you can go super neutral, you can go super dark and vampy, you can go more gold, more warm, more purpley tones. You can just put this pigment all over your eyes. So I'm really happy about the eyeshadow products, I guess you could say. Now looking at it as someone that already owns Pat McGrath palettes, now there's some Pat McGrath palettes where I feel like you already have shades that are similar to these. If you already have a Pat McGrath palette. If I have a screenshot of it, I'll put some of the palettes up there that I think would look kind of similar to this. But for me, I have the ones that are more of the pink colors. So having some more neutrals to go along with the pinks, I like that. I also think this is a pretty good travel palette. Like if you going out on the weekend, staying at a friend's house, you want to have a day and night eyeshadow palette without a lot of thinking to do, I think this is a really good palette for that as well. And it is pretty sturdy, being that it's cardboard. It also has a really nice mirror in there. Like I did all of my makeup with this mirror, and I can't really say that with a lot of other smaller eyeshadow palettes, that they have a pretty decent mirror in them. So definitely worth it for me for this palette. Now, if they tried to tell me that the single palette was $48, I'd be like, yo, you're out of your mind, like what? But when you add this pigment to the eyeshadow palette, I think it adds a really nice touch, because with this pigment, as you can see, it's a little bit gold, a little bit pinky. It has so many different shifts to it that correspond with this eyeshadow palette. And like you see, I can put it on my cheeks. I can layer it over the eyeshadows. It layers really nicely over different colors. It looks really good by itself on my cheeks. So with these two together, I'm pretty impressed. The mascara so far, I wasn't expecting that brush to work as well as it did, because it's more of like a cylinder shape, but it really did add a lot of volume up in my lash line, and it spread out my lashes pretty well, which is kind of hard for me to find a mascara to like really separate my lashes without it clumping on the ends here. But saying that, I think it's about time to do another coat. So let's see how this goes. I'm also really curious about how this mascara lasts, because I have a problem with mascara smudging on me a few hours into the day. That layered up really nicely. There's not, let me zoom you guys in. There's not an incredible difference between the two eyes. I just feel like this one has a little bit more volume in it than this side. Now, for this eye, you can see I got mascara on my eyelid, but this eye, not so much. So I think if I'm a little bit more careful, I can avoid getting so much mascara on my eyelid. But overall, I think this mascara does layer up really nicely. It makes my eyelashes look really good. I wouldn't suggest it for your under your eyes. What am I trying to say? I wouldn't suggest it for your bottom eyelashes, just because I think that brush is really fat. That it's really good for my top lashes, but not so much underneath my lashes. Another thing is I do have relatively long lashes, and they are naturally curly. So I don't think there's an issue with like holding a curl for me personally. I've only had one mascara where it actually made my eyelashes look more flat and weighed it down. Don't remember what it was, but I instantly threw it away. So most mascaras aren't going to be an issue for me personally. I'm looking for more volume at my lash line, and lengthening and separating is what I look for in a mascara, and I think this one really hits the mark with everything. And also, if you wanted to come home, put a little extra layer on your lash line before you go out for the night, I think this mascara does do a good job with that. It doesn't look clumpy, it doesn't look like there's a ton of mascara on my eyes. So I'm pretty happy with this. Now, playing with it, would I buy this whole kit again? Like, if I got a chance to play with it, see how it performs and everything, would I buy this again? Honestly, I would, because of this. So this whole set is $48. This one big bulky eyeshadow palette is $55. So you're getting big packaging, 6-pan of eyeshadows. Yes, they have really fun colors, but overall, I think if you want a Mcgrath product eyeshadow palette, I think this is a perfect way to go. I would love for them to come out with more of these, like if they did a cool tone palette, if they did like something extra with like a corresponding pigment with it, and then maybe like their, oh, what are they called? Permagel eyeliners instead of the mascara. I think these would be really awesome. They're way more affordable for the everyday person wanting to try Mcgrath. So I think this is pretty bomb. Really impressed with this. Looking at it at both perspectives, as someone that collects higher end makeup and someone that's wanting to try something higher end, I think this is a win-win for both sides, so I definitely suggest it. I feel like I'm a running record, but yes, 2 thumbs up for me. Now I want to get into one of the shades of the lipstick. I think I want to take, I think it's Omni, Omni, which is, look at just how pretty this lipstick is. It just looks so freaking cool. This color goes really well with this eyeshadow, and I'm digging it. My eyes look also insanely green right now. I don't know if you can tell, but my eyes don't normally look this green with neutral shades, but they are. Alright guys, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this video. Also comment down below if you would like another look, or maybe even like 4 looks, 1 palette, because while using this and doing this look, I saw me using a bunch of different looks with this palette, and I also think this would be a really fun like spring, summer, like night out, but also still daytime palette. So give this video a thumbs up and comment down below if you would like more videos with this palette, because I can definitely do that for you guys. I have more videos to come Friday and Monday. I'm super excited about those. We're getting into spring, festival season, fun stuff. So I'm really excited for everything. Alright guys, this is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.